Welcome. In this tutorial, we'll explore how Apache Spark leverages the power of Yarn, yet another resource negotiator, to run distributed data processing. We'll focus on two main deployment modes, client mode and cluster mode. Before diving into Spark modes, let's quickly understand Yarn. Yarn is Hadoop's resource management layer. The resource manager is the central authority that manages resources across the cluster. Node managers run on each worker node and manage the containers allocated to applications. Containers are the basic unit of resource allocation in Yarn, representing a set amount of CPU and memory. Let's start with the client mode. When you submit a Spark application in client mode using Spark Submit, the client directly contacts the Yarn resource manager to request resources for the application master. The resource manager launches the application master in a container on one of the node managers. The application master then negotiates with the resource manager to get containers for the Spark executors. Once the executors are launched in their respective containers, the Spark driver process runs on your client machine and establishes direct communication with these executors to schedule tasks and manage the application. Importantly, your client machine must remain active for the entire duration of the Spark application. Now let's look at cluster mode. Again, you submit your Spark application using Spark Submit. However, in cluster mode, you instruct Yarn to run the Spark driver process within the application master container itself. The resource manager launches the application master, which is now containing the driver, on a node manager. From within this container, the driver negotiates with the resource manager for executor resources. Once the executor containers are launched, the driver, which is running inside the application master, directly communicates with the executors to manage the application. In cluster mode, your client machine can disconnect after submitting the application, as the entire Spark application lifecycle is managed within the Yarn cluster. The key difference lies in where the Spark driver runs. In client mode, the driver runs on the client machine, making the application dependent on the client's lifespan and requiring direct network connectivity. It's often used for interactive development. In cluster mode, the driver runs within the Yarn cluster inside the application master, making it more suitable for production environments and long-running applications, as the client can disconnect after submission. In summary, both client and cluster modes allow Spark to leverage Yarn for resource management and distributed execution. The choice between them depends on your specific needs and environment. Understanding these modes is crucial for effectively deploying and managing your Spark applications on Hadoop. Thank you for watching.